Hey everybody, how you doing? Dash and Dave here again. Alright, August is gone, 8 months into the year. Let's take a look at the numbers. Up first, of course, is Doordash. Worked 898.92 hours, 2,583 jobs, brought in $18,407.53. My average hourly pay, $20.48. I think that's pretty good. Drove 9,760 miles. I used 750 gallons worth of gas, which cost me $2,754. Over on the right here, we see that I averaged $1.89 per mile. Pretty damn good. Total of 171 days work so far. Daily average 107.65. Average job rate $7.13. Including the 731 jobs I did in 2021, I'm up to 3,314 deliveries on DoorDash lifetime. Coming back over to the monthly hours, 93 hours in January. You know, some crappy weather. I stayed home quite a few days there. Worst month of 2022, June, only brought in $1,473. We can see that reflected over here in the price per gallon. Look at that, $2.82 per gallon in my market in January. And the high average at $4.53 came in June. And it's been dropping pretty steady since then. March, April, and May were pretty darn good months for DoorDash. In May, classes ended here at ISU near the end of the month, and then all them students left. So you can see that reflected directly the next month in June. You know, with the high gas prices, not as many customers, didn't have as much competition as I've mentioned before, you know, in the delivery gig. But wow, what a slow month in June there. And a lot of that was my fault. I just couldn't power through the slow period in my market between 2 p.m. and 4 p.m. So a lot of times, you know, 1:30, 2 o'clock when it started really slowing down and all I was getting $2.50 orders, I bugged out and went home. March 11, I started running the Uber Eats app in conjunction with the DoorDash app. So far here in 2022, I've worked 170 hours, 493 jobs, which brought me in $4,786. Average hourly pay, $28.03. That is really, really good. Drove 2,136 miles, which cost me 164 gallons and a price of $641. Dollar per mile came in at a real healthy $2.24. My average job rate, $9.71. Really, really good. Now a quick note on how I gather these numbers. I've got a little notebook with me. When I start a shift in the morning, you know, at 8 a.m., I put in 8 a.m. Let's say I run DoorDash for a half an hour. I stop, you know, then the clock stops, if you will, for DoorDash at a half an hour. I note the mileage. And then say I get an Uber Eats run and I start the, you know, I make the notation of 8:30 to 8:45, you know, a 15-minute run on Uber Eats. And then I calculate, you know, I note the mileage. Now at that point in time, I go back to an unknown. You know, I start the clock again at 8:45, if you will, and let's say I sit around for 15 minutes and I drive for 3 miles, and then the next order is DoorDash, so that means that goes under DoorDash. So my DoorDash numbers don't really reflect truthfully compared to the other numbers, because on an Uber Eats and a Grubhub, I just note the time and the mileage it took to complete the job, and then I start another line, if you will, on my notebook. So the numbers for Uber Eats and Grubhub are going to be a little bit high, but it all evens out in the end when I put them all together in one spreadsheet to calculate for the weeks and the months together. July 17th, I picked up Grubhub, so I'm triple apping now. To date, I've worked 34 hours on Grubhub, total of 98 orders completed. Pay comes in at $985.73. Very good hourly average at $28.92. I've driven 559 miles completing those Grubhub deliveries, 43 gallons, which cost me $154.10. Dollar per mile is just a tick low at $1.76, but some of these Grubhub deliveries are very far distance deliveries, as I've mentioned before in my other videos, so a lot of it's at highway miles. The average job rate coming in at just over $10. That's really healthy. All right, let's package these all together. Total hours so far for the year, 1,124 hours. I've completed 3,209 orders across all 3 apps. That has brought me in a gross of $24,610.21. Average hourly pay $21.88, very healthy in my opinion. I've driven a total of 12,662 miles, used 974 gallons, which has cost me $3,551. One more time, over under the dollar per mile average, $1.94. That is really, really good. I kind of expected that to be a little bit lower with the summer slowdown and everything. Real happy to see that $1.94 per mile average. Worked a total of 171 days so far. You know, most of that was with Doordash, but with the other apps thrown in. $143.92 daily average. Pretty decent, really, overall, I think. Average job rate, $7.67. Again, I think that's pretty decent. Over here on the calculator, after taxes, gas, vehicle expenses, final net, yada, 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 you can see my hour after all expenses came to $14.89. $14.89 per hour. Again, I think after all the expenses, that is a really healthy number. Average job minutes, 0.35 minutes per job. Again, getting right about 3 per hour. Jumping right down to my total tax, if my calculator is right, I owe $4,060 in state and federal taxes. I have not been holding back since the summer slowdown and the high gas prices. However, in the first quarter, I did prepay $1,000 to the feds. So right now, my liability is at $3,000, and with the following months to come, with the college kids here and anticipating good sales and good jobs, you know, I'm gonna have to buckle down and hold some of that back. The 1099s come out, you know, near the end of January. By February, the first week in February, I'm going to have my taxes done, you know, and figure out how much I owe everybody, the feds and the state, and then save. And of course, that'll be starting here very shortly, you know, as the days get longer and the numbers get better. I'm working steady 8 hours here over the last week or so with the college kids in. There is no real slowdown between 2 and 4 p.m., which I was anticipating. That's the way it was before. And as it gets colder, they're going to be calling in for delivery more and more. Bring it on. Alright guys and gals, that's all I've got for you today. Hopefully you can take something from this video and put it to use for yourself. Thanks for coming along for the ride, and hope to see you next time.